Do you struggle being interrupted when you're deep in thought? When you don't want to be interrupted? When that interruption actually is a huge hit to your productivity? Perhaps you work in an open office layout, or you're working at home and there's other people in your household who come and interrupt you. But they don't know that you're in that state, that you shouldn't be interrupted. In today's video, we're going to talk about a technique called flying a focus flag that helps other people know when you're in a place where you don't want to be interrupted. Welcome to the Mindful Productivity channel, where I teach you concepts, frameworks, and techniques to help you work more effectively on your most important goals. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the big red subscribe button below, and be sure to click the bell to receive all the videos. So a focus flag is a visible symbol that we are in a place where we don't want to be interrupted. Again, a lot of times it's not other people's fault when they interrupt us. They don't actually know that we're in a place that we can't be interrupted. So how do we communicate that effectively? Well, if you work in an office, perhaps you can close the door, but many of us don't have that luxury. And it's difficult to tell when someone is deep in work and when that interruption will actually cause a huge productivity hit. Because when you're doing deep work, just a single interruption for 30 seconds can derail you for 10, 20 minutes or more. So the more you can limit those interruptions, the more productive you'll be. Now, some of us wear headphones, but headphones aren't really good because a lot of us are listening to headphones just to listen to music. And they don't really indicate that, hey, I shouldn't be interrupted. So I want to tell you a story. A friend of mine who works at home, and his wife also works at home, developed this technique. And I really love this technique. The idea was that whenever he was going into a focus state, he would put on bunny ears. And what the bunny ears did was tell her that he was in a focus state and he shouldn't be interrupted. Now, the beauty of this technique is twofold. One is that bunny ears are very visible. So even if he has her back to her and she's walking up behind him, she can see he's wearing bunny ears and shouldn't be interrupted. The second thing is they're really jarring. When you look at bunny ears, you immediately go, why is that person wearing bunny ears? And it causes this little snap in our brain, gives us a moment of reflection before we actually interrupt the person to go, oh, they're in deep work, I shouldn't interrupt them. Things that are normal in our life, we might not process as quickly and might not give us the space to pause before we interrupt. By using a symbol like this, a symbol that's really visible, that is unusual, we actually create the space for the other person to pause and say, should I really interrupt this person? Now, I wanted for this video to have bunny ears, but I don't actually have a pair of bunny ears. But what I do have are devil horns. So, if I'm in a focused state, perhaps I wear the devil horns. Maybe not with the hat, we'll see, but maybe with the hat. This tells a person that I am in a focused state, please don't interrupt me. Now, many of you might also already be wearing headphones. And headphones can work, especially if they're the big ones. Unfortunately, many of us are wearing these small in-the-ear headphones that you can barely even see when you're looking at the person, much less from behind. And because we're listening to headphones when we're not necessarily always in a focused state, they're not really the best symbol to say, hey, I'm in a focused state right now. Now, you can also use other things. Like you could hang a bandana on your door, different color bandanas to say, hey, I'm in a focused state. You can take this technique one step further and create two different techniques. One that says, I'm in a focused state, don't interrupt me unless it's really important. Or the second thing is, I'm in a focused state, please don't interrupt me, but if it's important, you can ask. Now, this can also be useful when you're on a phone call, especially if you're the type of person who likes to wander around the office or wander around your house while you're talking. Oftentimes when you're doing that, the other people don't know that you're not talking to them. And they might come up to you with a question, or they might respond to a question that you asked the person on the other line, thinking that it was directed at them. Again, fly a focus flag. When you fly a focus flag, You indicate to everyone around you that I am in a state where I shouldn't be interrupted. Finally, don't overuse it. If you are always flying a focus flag, it starts becoming meaningless. And the people who want to interrupt you will just start ignoring it and interrupt you anyway. So use it judiciously to say, I am in a deep work state. I am in a flow state. I am in a state where I should not be interrupted. And otherwise, use something else. I hope this technique works for you, especially right now when a lot of us are working at home. If you have any more ideas around how to use this technique more effectively, if you want to share pictures of yourself using this technique, please leave a link in the comments below. I'd love to see what other people try besides just bunny ears and devil horns. Good luck. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, click the big red subscribe button to receive more concepts, frameworks, and techniques for improving your productivity. Thanks, and have a productive day.